Hello Toy Collector fans, Universal Toy Collector here and welcome to the channel. Join me today as I count down to my number one Batman performance. Okay, so today I'm going to be counting down to my number one Batman performance. I've done a bit of research on Google, and there are actually 10 people that I can see that have actually played the role of Batman. Two of those are going to be honorary mentions, and I'll explain that in a bit. Again, this is only going to be live action performances of Batman, not animated. So I know there's a few people made comments in the last video I did like this with the Jokers. They were saying Mark Hamill would have been their number one. But yeah, it's live action, guys. So apologies for that. Okay, so on with the honorable, I can't even say the word. Honorable mentions. Okay, the first one goes to Lewis Wilson. He played Bruce Wayne / Batman in the TV series in 1948. Here he is. This ran for 15 episodes. Now, the reason this is an honourable mention is because I've never seen this, so I really cannot give it a rating or a place in the poll that I'm doing. So yeah, Lewis Wilson, 1948. So there, look at that costume. Awesome. And then the secondary honourable mention goes to that's Robert Lowry, and here he goes. Now, he was Batman in the TV series, which was broadcast in 1949. Yeah, Batman and Robin TV series. I'm assuming this ran for 15 episodes. I not managed to see probably how many episodes, but judging by Google, the Google search, I think it ran for 15 episodes. So yeah, I mean, look at that costume. Wow. Yeah, again, I can't put this guy in the poll simply because I've not seen these TV series, so I might have to do that and then come back to this poll later on in the future. Okay, so here we go. So disregarding those two, there's 8 people that I've actually seen played the role of Batman, and 8th place goes to David Mazouz from Gotham. That was a TV series that ran from 2014 to 2019. He was in 100 episodes, but the reason I put David Mazouz at number 8 is because he only appeared in one episode of Batman. Oh, one episode as Batman, should I say. And that was in the last episode of season 5. So we didn't really get to see too much of him. He didn't have that much screen time as Batman, which is a shame because, again, there was potential there. I'd love to have seen him properly pair up or face off with the Joker, but that never happened. So because he only had such limited screen time, I've really not got much to go on. So yeah, that would be my number 8. Sorry, David. Number 7, we'll go to George Clooney. He played Batman in Batman and Robin, which was released in 1997. Now, I want to go on performances alone, basically. I don't really want the film to have any effect on their placings. But unfortunately, this film was absolute dire, and George Clooney's performance as Batman wasn't really much better, in my opinion. Yeah, I think I've seen the film a couple of times, and both times I really found it hard to watch. So yeah, I just didn't think George Clooney made a great Batman, to be honest with you. So hence the reason he was my number 7. Okay, moving on to number 6 was Val Kilmer. He played the role of Batman in Batman Forever, which was released in 1995. Again, I do not feel that he was the right choice for the part. He made a good Bruce Wayne, I guess, but as Batman, I wasn't really sold too much on that. And to be fair as well, the film really wasn't that much better. But again, I can't really use the film as a reason for putting him in 7th place. I wasn't struck on his performance. He played a good Bruce Wayne, but then when it comes to actually Batman himself, I just wasn't bought into his performance, which is the reason why he is number 6. Okay, number 5 in my list goes to this guy, Ben Affleck. He played the role of Batman / Bruce Wayne in Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice, which was released in 2016. He had a cameo appearance in The Suicide Squad, which was uncredited. That was also in 2016. He was in Justice League in 2017, and he was in Zack Snyder's Justice League in 2021. Yeah, it's difficult. Again, I wasn't really bought on the performance of Ben Affleck. I mean, he was a lot better than George Clooney and Val Kilmer. I'll give him that. But yeah, I just think that in the list there are people that played the role a lot better than him. I remember one interview that he had with the guy who played Superman. I think it's Henry Cavill, and he just looked really, really. I don't know. Ben Affleck, he just seemed to like zone out and was in his own little world. I think Henry Cavill was promoting the film and doing his best to promote the film, and Ben Affleck was just sat there thinking, God, my performance was shit. He might not have been thinking that, I don't know, but that's how I've looked at it. But yeah, yeah, I really don't know what else to say, to be honest with you. Obviously better than Val Kilmer and George Clooney. I've already said that. But yeah, again, not really sort of like overly struck on the performances. So that's really all I've got to say on that one. Okay, number 4 is Adam West in the TV series, the original Batman, running from 1966 to 1968. He was in all 120 episodes, and so he should have been, as he was the main character. I mean, Jesus, you just got to look at that picture there to see how camp that TV series really was. But he's made number 4 for the simple fact is he played the part 120 times in all the episodes. He was my first performance of Batman I ever saw. Again, the whole series was as camp as shit. He didn't do too bad. You know, he was what's the word? Oh, I can't remember the word. But yeah, I mean, consistent. Consistent's the word I'm looking for. He was consistently camp. But yeah, I mean, I've put him at number 4 just for nostalgia's sake, really, on my part. I can't really say too much else. I mean, yeah, look at him. Jesus Christ. Anyway, okay, so now I'm going to move on to the top 3. And these guys' performances are going to take some beating. Some of you may or may not disagree with me on this one, but my 3rd choice is Michael Keaton. He played Batman in the 1989 movie, and he returned to play the role of Batman in 1992. And I wish to God he would have returned to the movie Batman Forever as the role of Batman. But by all accounts, he wasn't too impressed with the script. Hence the reason Val Kilmer took over. Yeah, Batman Forever, that was. I think if he'd have played the role in Batman Forever, I feel he would have come in at second place. But yeah, I thought it was a strong performance, really good performance. He played the part of Bruce Wayne really, really well. He also played the part of Batman rather well as well. Now, the only reason for me that he's in third place is I feel Michael Keaton, as an actor, plays a far better villain than he does a hero. So I prefer him as the Vulture, or the Vulture rather, in the Spider-Man movie, one of the recent Spider-Man movies. I thought he was absolutely amazing in that. So for that reason alone, he is my number 3, because he plays a far better villain than he does a hero. But in my opinion as well, he still put on a strong performance as Bruce Wayne / Batman. Okay, so this is my number 2, and that goes to Christian Bale. He played the role of Batman / Bruce Wayne in Batman Begins in 2005, The Dark Knight in 2008, and The Dark Knight Rises in 2012. This was the Nolan trilogy. I absolutely loved these films. I thought they were great films. I thought Christian Bale made a superb Bruce Wayne. I also felt he played a superb Batman. The only thing I wasn't too keen on was his voice when he became Batman. I think that was the only thing that sort of like ruined it for me. Other than that, I absolutely love these films. I thought he looked great as Batman, and I thought he played the role really well. Again, it was just his voice that I wasn't too gone with, which for that one reason, it's kept him off a top spot. So Christian Bale is my number 2. And surprisingly, I must admit, Robert Pattinson is my number 1 Batman. Now, when they announced that Robert Pattinson rather, was going to play Batman, I did cringe, and I thought, oh my god, because the only thing I'd seen him in was Twilight, and I thought he would have been too namby-pamby for the part. I watched the film a few weeks back now, and I was absolutely blown away. I was blown away by his appearance as Batman. He looks very much like the comic book version of Batman, with his square jawline there. And he played the part very true to the comic books, as to where he was more of a detective and did a lot of detective work, as opposed to action, fighting, blowing things up, all the gadgets type sort of thing. So because of this reason, or because of those reasons, should I say, Robert Pattinson is my number 1 performer of Batman / Bruce Wayne. And I really am looking forward to seeing him in action again when they do a sequel to the Batman. Like I said, totally surprised, because I thought Christian Bale was going to be nailed on with or it's going to be between Christian Bale and Michael Keaton for the first spot. But seeing this, I'm gonna be watching it again soon anyway. But yeah, I thought he played the part really well. He didn't say too much, and when he did, I don't feel he put on voice. He was broody. He just looked the part. It was a totally believable performance, and like I said, it really did blow me away. So, Robert Pattinson, you are my number 1 Batman performance. Now, I'll be interested to see in the comments below on who your personal choices would be. I've got a feeling that the guys that do comment would say Michael Keaton or even Adam West. Some of them might have even seen the first 2 guys. Not saying that they're old or anything like that, but they might have seen Lewis Wilson and Robert Lowry play the part of Batman. I need to watch those series really, just to give me some indication of their performances and stuff like that, because I have absolutely no idea. But yeah, I would love to see your comments or your thoughts and your who you would have chosen as your number one. But yeah, that will be it. That's it today. So it's just a quick rundown of my number one performance of Batman. So if you are new to the channel, feel free to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell to let you know of more content. And as always, there will be more content. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for your support. Take care, and I shall see you in the next video.